Hey everyone, welcome to the Resistance Book Club. My name is Kita, and this here will be the book murder tag. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. All right, so again, if you know, I told Vin, I said for every tag video that you do, I'm gonna do it. So he did a book murder tag. So I said, well, man, I gotta do a book murder tag. So I tagged my own self in this. So he said that the this here came from his friend Noah at Bookworm 1060. So I said, oh, okay. Shout out to Noah. But yeah, I figured let's do it. It's going to be a short video because it's only 6 questions. So I'm pretty sure we'll go through this pretty quickly. So without further ado, let's do it. All right. And I'm reading off of my phone. One, what are your thoughts on spine breaking? I barely break spines in books. But so I'm gonna take the ones from the library that I did. So, paperback, clearly when I get to the middle, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna flex. You get what I'm saying? Like it's gonna flex. And I'm known to do that. Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's take hardcover. We get into the middle. It's usually like when you get into the middle, breaking the spines like that. But mainly for paperback, you're breaking the spine because you're like this. I know some people, there are some people that are like this with it, and that's a pet peeve. Please don't do that. I don't let anybody hold my books, honey. Um, yeah, so you have people that do that. I know certain people that do that. That gets on my nerves. When I read and I'm like this, and that kind of like breaks the spine because you can clearly see it breaks the spine. But I'm okay with it. Just don't fold it and whatnot because now I'm forced to. There's a technique, not really a technique, but there's a way two if you put books in between the paperback and you let it sit for like a couple of days or something, it will get it back to its spot, or just put it on the shelf and make sure that you have hardcovers on the front or the front and the back of it, so that way it can get the spine back together again. Yeah, I used to do that because I noticed this is one of the reasons why I don't like to lend my books out. Back in the day, I used to have nothing but urban fiction books like this. So, yeah, there's nothing but urban fiction. And at the time, my ex, he would take the books, read them, but he reads this way. And that used to irk me. And then so since he wasn't really taking any of my hardcover books, I would take the hardcover books and, press them together and it will get back to its original shape. But I had a lot more paperbacks than I did hardbacks, but it worked. It worked. But yeah. Breaking is fine. It's cringe sometimes, but if you know you're the one doing it, like I'm okay. Like if I know I'm doing it, but I make sure that I'm putting it back. Some people really like breaking it and because it shows the wear and the tear that you've been reading it. But I like to keep mine intact. I do. Question 2. Bookmarks or dog earing pages? I Earlier days, clearly when you were young, dog ears. I did. in college would have bookmarks. So high school, whatever, dog ears, because that was just, you gotta give some grace. You're young, you don't really know. You're trying to get into your own, which is like one of the things, I guess, because there's a question about writing. But you are still trying to learn if you're that person, prefer the bookmark or dog ears, or there are some people that actually use that fold the page. But I noticed that they only do that for like nonfiction. Nonfiction, like 1619 Project, that type of book, those type of like historical books, they do that too. Pay attention because I do. Like I noticed that they do that. My dad, he does index cards, right? And then that's the bookmark. You get what I'm saying? I rarely see him do the dog air pages. But he's a index person, index bookmark, but there's always something written that he's seen. He's into historical books, so there's a lot of tatting going on in them books. But yeah, for me now, I use bookmarks. I don't dog ears anymore. Mm-mm. I have so many bookmarks. I'm like, why have them sitting here and you don't even use it? You know what I mean? Like they're free. They just came in the stuff. So yeah, I just put them in there. Mm-hmm. Question 3: page tearing or ripping? Neither. If you do that, I have to get another book. What? Why would you do that? You tear my page, you better be ready for a fight. You better be ready to run, that I don't get you. And I'll hit you with that book. You are not tearing a page out of my book. I'm not tearing a page out of anybody's book. Absolutely not. And if a library book does, because actually remember years ago that there was a page torn out of books. I was like, where is I missed out. So I had to let them know, like, yo, somebody tore a page out of this. And they was nice enough to get me another copy. It's the thing. They do that. Why? I don't know. Those people. I don't know. But no, I don't. I do neither. There will be no ripping, no tearing. I see that you're getting clocked in the head with the book, and you can take it because I'm gonna get me another one. And I'm not waiting for them to get me another book because I don't have time to wait. I can get another book because probably in my head I could probably get a whole nother new edition of the book. So you go right ahead, take it. Question 4: writing in books. There we go. So I am not a annotator. I do want to, but to be clear, I do tat books. I say tat, like tatting. I tat books in like 1619 Project, like those type of books, historical books. I even tatted Better on Black. I did the whole book. I tatted that book. That book is so good, by Ebony K. Williams. So good. So that book is tatted up completely with the color scheme of the cover. I can't believe that I actually had that color too, because it's like a blue, not even a blue green, but real light green, and I can't believe I was able to find that color. But anyway, tatted that book up, and I also tatted Legendborn. Yeah. So, but there's still more stuff in Legendborn that I wanted to tat, but I couldn't because I was just reading and it was getting so good that I was just like, dang, and just kept, you know, turning them pages. I ain't want to miss nothing. But it is something that I want to do. I don't even know if I actually did it right. And in fact, I don't even think there is a right or wrong way of tatting a book, but I definitely want to get more into tatting a book and be on the lookout because we might be ended up doing that for next year. You just have to wait and see. Um, and yeah, because if I do, I want to be able to show like some of the books that I've tatted to that aspect. You know, like oh my god, this here is like my favorite book. Blah blah blah. Legendborn is my favorite book. But if I say if I, because I am thinking about it. No, I am gonna get it. When I get Sleep Like Death, I am tatting the hell out of that book because I love that book. That is probably in my bracket of this year is probably my favorite book of this year and for the rest of my life. There is another book that I have reread, and I even reread it this year, Standing at the Scratch Line. Tell me why I've never tatted that book, and I have it. And this was my second time buying a book because something happened with my book. And I believe somebody went ahead and took it. But see, this is the thing. Years ago, my family think that it's cool to just go ahead and take a book or take a DVD and then never give it back. And then it's like now I done just lost the book or lost the DVD. When are you gonna give my book back on my DVD? You know what I mean? Were you ever? They just think like, oh, you know, it's fine. That's why I keep them far away from me. You're not about to sit up there and get on my nerves. So I will tat that book up, standing at the scratch line. I got to. And I'm gonna tat what did I say? Oh, sleep like death. I'm gonna tat sleep like death. I'm gonna tat um standing at the scratch line. There is another one. I think I'll probably want to do the memory librarian, Janelle Monae's, because that one is so good. I love that one. I might end up tatting that one too. So we'll see. Next one is ripping covers, really, and book bindings. Oh, yeah, that whole binding thing, changing the covers and stuff. I will only do it if the cover is completely messed up, destroyed, and then knowing that I can go ahead and, you know, salvage the book and put a whole new, you know, cover of it. And I would have to learn how to do that. So if I'm able to, I would do it. If I'm not able to, I will probably just buy a whole nother edition of the book because clearly, as the years gone by, covers have changed, special editions, and all that other stuff. So I will probably get a new edition of the book. That depends if I am able. If I'm able to do that bookbinding process, I would do it. I would do it. It's no biggie. Um, you know, because as women, we're good with our hands as far as like creating and everything. So yeah, but if not, if I don't have the money for you know to be doing the bookbinding, and I have the money to buy a whole nother one, then I'll just buy a whole nother one. It's no big deal. And the last one is who do you tag? Well, if you are watching this, you are tagged. You're right. Just make sure you tag me in your video and I will watch it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that is it. Wow, that was short. Yeah. Well, I hope I was able to explain it. Um, but yeah, this was great. Great tag. Be on the lookout for another tag video. I love doing these. They're so much fun. But yeah, that was it. So I will see you in the next in the next tab video, let me know down in the comments of, if you answer any one of these or all of them. I would love to read it. Like, seriously, I will comment and everything. Please go in there, comment, answer these questions for me, please. So, I can talk to you guys. That's what I love to do. So, yep, this is it. This is the way. Peace.